All right,
Action.
back. So, what's going on?
We have a new plant my wife added to her dining room.
In the painting, if you can see that. Yeah, you can see it, the painting.
The plant used to be tiny. It's
We bought it for her years ago.
Shathid.
Out of Walmart. Shathid, yeah, that's what we named it. Yeah, if you spell out Shathid.
spell Shathid. That's what the boys named it.
Yeah, we bought it years ago, though. Just like randomly. We saw it at Walmart. I think we were picking up something like groceries or something. We were like, look at this plant, because it's cool. It's tropical. You can't see behind the board, but it's like a palm tree. It's cool. It's an indoor
Yeah,
plant.
so that's what's new.
Yeah, that's about it.
Picture in the plant.
Yeah, but we're back in the dining room.
Yeah.
It's really hot in here because the wood stove's going. In the
It is,
opposite,
even though it's March.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Easter Sunday.
opposite corners where the wood stove's.
Yep.
It's hot.
But my wife and I don't like it cold in the house
Yeah.
because, because we just don't like it cold. I was outside all day today, moving trees. That'll be an upcoming video. Gonna go ahead with the garage. That's been a long time in the making because of permitting through the town, and the first building I bought, they wouldn't give me a permit for it. Then I had to wait to sell it. It never made it here to the property here. I bought it off of a friend who said he had a permit for it through the town, literally on my same street. And then I went to the town to get the permit. They said, nope. So then I had to wait to get my money back. That took a while. But after that, it was just a matter of trying to. Well, the town wouldn't let me put that building up because the company that made the building would not give me the wind and snow load rating.
Because they didn't do it.
Yeah, because they don't do it because they make them for like all over the country and stuff. And then I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna try to get the steel companies, and those were a nightmare. They advertise them as like $24,000, all said and done. And then when you start dealing with them, what did they tell us? It was like extra for like doors. Extra.
By the end, it was like what, in the like high 60s, low 70s? They're like, yeah, you need to also get like doors and
not including
walls.
foundation.
Not including foundation. They were like, yeah, you need to also, add on like doors, walls, ceiling.
So I got prices on the foundation, and the cheapest price I got on the foundation with the floor and the walls, because I want footings and stem walls, because I want to put an overhead crane in there, because just lifting parts, like I was trying to get the hydraulic cylinder off the Mini, and I was carrying it down off the ladder. So I'm like, if I'm going to build something, I'm going to build it with a good, strong foundation. That way we can lift the parts off with the overhead crane, or if you back a pickup truck, with something like steel
in the back of it, yeah.
You can unload it in the building.
Yeah.
Also, I want to be able to like put like a loft, and then have like a drum of oil. Instead of buying jugs of oil, get a drum of oil and put it up.
Yeah.
Lift it with the barrel clamp
Yeah.
in the overhead and put it up in like the parts room.
Yep.
So, and the building that it designed is nothing special, just a big square box.
Yeah.
But the process was terrible. It took forever, especially because I started right after COVID, and here on Cape Cod after COVID, everybody who had a summer home here was living here, and the building was just out of control. Like, because people were home and they were looking around the yards, and they were like, oh, I want to get this done or that. You couldn't get a surveying guy, for like, I got a surveying guy, and it literally took 6 months for him to get here. Then he took all of his surveying and all that of the property. On a positive note, found out I had, I knew how much property I had, but on a positive note, visually, I thought I was to the end of the property line. I didn't realize how wide it was at the back, so I kind of like I visually discovered more property, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
On paper, I was always there.
Yeah. No.
But like when you see them put the stakes in it and you look and you're like, oh my god, that's a lot bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. But that took forever. And then he, really great guy, but he was just super backed up. What happened next? Oh, he took forever to do the plot plan.
Yeah.
And then the architect, once I finally had all that, the architect, I gave him a deposit, and then he said, okay, no problem. And then he told me he was going away for the winter to England, which, okay, all right. So then I had to wait months for that. Then that came back. Then he had to send that to the engineer for a stamp of approval. And
That took long. And then once you got back, you had to submit it to the town for a permit.
yeah, and that took a while and whatever.
Yeah,
so and
It's
then
just this long, god-awful process.
it was just, it's terrible. It's been like a few years.
Yeah.
The dealing with the steel building people shopping around, I actually just gave up on steel building, so we're gonna do it out of wood.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But I mean, since you've gotten the permit,
I got the permit in June too.
yeah. But you wanted to transplant the trees that were in the way.
I wanted to transplant the trees that are in the way because your mom and I, when you were a itty bitty little guy,
Yeah.
when you were a toddler, when we first moved in here, Mom and I bought those when we didn't have two nickels to rub together, and they were tiny, and now they're massive, huge.
Yeah, they are big.
And I want to make sure that they live. So I was talking to our neighbor across the street, who's a landscaper who does plantings, and he was saying, I got the permit in June. He was like, "Do not transplant that now; it'll die. It's not a good time. It probably won't make it through the summer." I think that's what he said. He may have said like I'm gonna be watering the crap out of it like nonstop, or I don't remember what he said, but it didn't sound good. I remember that much.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'll wait. But then I was doing some research online, and they said,
You're getting concrete quotes and stuff. You're doing a whole bunch.
yeah, it wasn't like I wasn't doing anything. I was getting quotes on things, building materials.
Depending on whether doing the concrete ourselves or having someone else do the concrete.
Yeah, that and shingles versus
Like rough sawn.
rough sawn,
barn boards.
what is it, board and batten,
Yeah,
which I think might be winning that debate.
probably.
But I got to find somebody that has them kiln dried because I don't want. My neighbor up the street has a sawmill, and I talked to him, and he's like, they're gonna, unless you get them kiln dried already, they'll split and crack all over the place.
Yeah.
So I was talking to him recently. Actually, he's gonna saw us up the footing boards.
Yeah.
So I'd rather give him, because we're never gonna use them again after.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna chop them all up after we do the footings.
Yep.
I'm gonna chop them all up and use them to do the bracing for the form boards.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I have done forms before. In the past, when I worked for the cement truck company, I did a little bit of form work there. I did a bunch when I was younger with my dad. You know that big wall at Grandpa's house?
Yeah.
Yeah, like big wall. We did that. We used to do sidewalk stuff. So I'm by no means an expert, but when I drove the cement truck, I poured in a lot of them, but I never put up a lot of them, But we'll see how it goes, because cheapest quote I got was $32,000.
To do both. That's the
The floor and
wall
the
footing and floor.
wall footings and floor.
Yeah.
And
That's for 52 by 32 as well.
yeah, 52 by 32. I know there's going to be a bunch of people that are going to say, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Just trust me. I have a reason. I've been around and around with the town about where I can place it on my property. What's the best scenario for us so we still get to use the rest of our property? Stuff like that. I was actually going to wait a while because the guy up the street that does siding, I want to have him I was going to have him redo the shingles on the house and the barn, garage, whatever, at the same time. And he had said that the price, he said, oh, I would wait because the price of materials are going to come down, building materials. Problem is, I can't really wait on the concrete because the price of concrete is going up because all of the aggregate pits around here are not getting enough. They're running out of stone, and everything's getting trucked in from off Cape mostly. And that's a big expense once you have to start trucking stuff in. And from what I understand, Massachusetts is not really giving earth removal permits too easily.
No, not at all.
So the price of concrete is going to go up. So the permit's good for 2 years. However, I would like to get started on I'd like to at least get the concrete part done.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. As far as like dream shop, I wouldn't call it a dream shop because I've seen a lot of videos. I watched a bunch of videos on YouTube of people's dream shop builds.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a dream shop. I'm gonna call it, just regular shop,
Normal shop build.
normal shop. Because a dream shop to me would be like a big, massive warehouse in an industrial park with like an industrial paint booth and like a mechanics like lift.
Yeah,
and
different
stuff.
bays.
Different
An
bays.
office up top.
Wash bay.
Yeah, office in the loft.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a dream shop. That's like next level.
That right now, that's like pipe dream.
Yeah.
That's like pipe dream shop.
Yeah,
That's
that'd be like
that's what we would call
that'd be
it.
like a multi-million dollar building.
Well, I was talking to James actually today, and he was looking at a piece of property, and he's like, dude, he's like 0.4 of an acre. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, dude, 0.4 of an acre. And I think he said it was like, I don't know if he said it was like 5. I don't know. He was looking at a couple different properties. And, he was saying there was 3 acre lot somewhere, and they wanted 1 point something million.
Yeah, that's
No building. No
sounds
building.
about right.
Yeah, I know.
For Massachusetts, sounds right.
Well, for Cape Cod to
Cape
get
Cod,
an
yeah.
industrial building around here.
To get an industrial building, let alone 3 acres, yeah, 1.5 million sounds about right.
Yeah, not even. Well, that one that the tree cutting dude sold.
Yeah,
I heard that little square lot went for $750,000.
Yeah.
Nothing on it.
not surprised.
So for right now, I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Yeah,
I did get I got a permit from the town to put my building in, and they've known I've had my business here for many years. That building inspector has actually been out here when I got a complaint one time from one of the neighbors.
yeah,
And he's like, you got to put up some no trespassing signs.
yeah. So we did that a while ago.
We did it. Yeah.
That was a long while ago, like 4 or 5 years ago. 5 years ago.
Yeah. But I got that complaint long before that.
Complaint was so long ago.
Now it's just probably somebody mad because I wouldn't do work for them or something.
Yeah,
You know?
something like that. But that's about it for the garage.
Yeah, that's about it. You'll start seeing videos on the garage coming up soon, but it's been a long process. It's not,
Yeah. Got the trees moved today, actually.
I did.
That'll be in an upcoming video.
The wood pirate came over. He took the oak logs,
Yep.
cut them up with his Stihl chainsaw.
Yeah. Yeah, the steel chainsaw that you did the video about.
Yep. Yeah,
weeks
he was
back.
over here.
Yep.
So mom's happy because
She got to keep the nice trees.
well, not only that, where I put them is she wanted more privacy. She likes she's wicked into privacy.
Yeah.
She doesn't
We're
like to be
We're
bothered.
planting corn now too, huh?
She wants a cornfield.
I want a cornfield. Be cool.
I guess I'm not mowing the lawn anymore. There's gonna be no grass over there.
Who cares? You're gonna have corn. That's awesome.
As long as it's sweet corn, right?
Yeah. Or popcorn. Popcorn.
Well, it'll only be popcorn if I go out there with like a torch and light the field on fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Would it pop that way, or I think it has to dry first, does it? Or am I crazy?
I think it does.
Does it have to dry first before you heat it up?
I'm not a
'Cause I'm
farmer,
pretty
but
sure-
I'm not a
pretty
farmer,
sure it
but
would have
I've
to
watched them like I've watched farming videos because I'm like, I think it's cool.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain popcorn would have
Just
to
'cause
dry
it-
first.
And they have dryers, like corn dryers.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It's like a dryer.
It's a plant, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be moist. It's
But
gonna-
like I've seen like where it is a dryer, and then from the dryer it goes up this screw auger that puts it up
yeah.
in the silo.
yeah,
And I remember the guy saying that this is a dryer. I think one of Neil Koff's videos, he was putting in a dryer.
yeah,
I'm almost 100% sure I saw that for the company that Neil works for, G&K Concepts, and they were putting in a corn dryer.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna use?
Hair dryer.
Let's just use a regular dryer.
Yeah, hair dryer, or like a propane heater and some aluminum foil.
Hey,
I don't know.
What did I teach you about the dryer the other day?
What do you mean?
Where the lint thing was?
Oh, on ours, yeah. Cause like, dude, I couldn't find where the lint thing was on our dryer. Where the lint catcher, is that what lint catcher?
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out where
We got a
lint,
new one.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out where the lint catcher was on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, where is this thing?
The corn husk catcher.
Yeah, the corn husk catcher. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it for the garage. We got your plants moved and whatnot.
Trees.
Yeah, they're nice
They're-
big Lelands.
they're
And then you
huge.
cut down that old tree that
The top broke off.
yeah, that tree's been there forever. So
Yeah, that's gonna be its own video, and then that's gonna be a series of videos.
like setting up the garage, and then
Funny thing is, there is a garage setup video.
there's two of them.
From 2 years.
3 years ago now,
Yeah.
from when you first got the process, and we thought it was gonna go a lot faster. We thought the permitting and the engineering and everything was
Well,
gonna
I
go.
bought that building, and I thought because my
We
buddy,
were gonna put it there. Yeah.
my buddy was like, "Oh yeah, I got a permit."
Yeah.
And then
Well-
I go to the town, they're like, "No,
Yeah.
this is not a permittable building."
Yeah, so if you find the garage setup videos from like 3 years ago, that's what that was for. I
terrible.
remember there was a fence there and you dropped the tree on the fence
On purpose.
on purpose. Yeah, you were getting rid of the fence, but that was funny.
That's okay. The big Leland cypress bush tree tipped over today.
Did it?
Yeah, landed on the Mini.
Wonderful.
Luckily, it's just a bush. It was
Yeah.
sitting there, and then it just fell over. I had it like propped up, but
Yeah. Well, that's about it for the garage. That's what's going on with the garage because a bunch of people have been asking about that, and a bunch of people have been asking about what's going on with the videos about the garage. We've gotten questions, and that's about it.
well, people have asked me about video.
Yeah, because
Well, somebody had said a comment about like just build the garage already, and it's like, well, where I live, it's not that easy. You have to go through like
you had to jump through a lot of loops to get anything done here.
anything done here is a ton of red tape, and it takes forever.
Yeah.
So, and everything has to be like permitted, and it has to be stamped. Like that other building, I actually asked the building inspector, I'm like, well, can you look at it? And he's like, no, I'm not qualified for that. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
So the manufacturer of that building, they wouldn't do it either. So you got to have the structural engineer stamp, and it was a nightmare to try and get it, and I couldn't get it for that other building. Then I had to wait for it to be sold.
Yeah.
And then moving forward, it's just been a slow, expensive process. I think the surveying and the plot plan and everything, I'm into it for $7,000. So
That's just papers.
that's just papers. That's before break any ground. So
Yeah. No. We've banged some wooden stakes into the ground and gotten papers, and it's like a bit over $7,000 total.
yeah, $7,000. So
That's for what? The architecture plan, getting it stamped, getting the permit,
Yeah.
getting the surveying, and all that.
So
Like $7,000 something dollars.
I could see as somebody as someone's watching it and they're like, dude, come on, just do it already. And it's like, I trust me, I'm with you, man.
Yeah.
I'm on the same boat as you, trying to sink the other boat, and
Yeah. Battleship.
yeah,
Yeah. It's a fun game.
we're all shooting our arrows at that thing. And
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, so that's where we're at with that. But the videos are gonna start coming out about it. I don't know how long.
Yeah. And just quick update about while you haven't seen many videos of the jobs that we've done recently, like past, I don't know, like 2 months, we've been doing work for a couple of our builders, and both of them happen to just not like us filming their stuff, which is totally fine. They're good customers of ours. They just don't like us filming our stuff. So not everyone does. So unfortunately, that's why there hasn't been like a ton.
It's not even like we're guessing.
No, they told us.
We literally pulled the camera out and they're like, no, you can't film here.
Yeah, they didn't say it like that. They're much nicer about it, But yeah, that's essentially how it went down.
They were nicer, but I mean, they're pretty much like,
Yeah, they don't want.
please don't take that camera out and film here.
Yeah, so that's about it. And
Which is fine with me because, to be honest with you, around here is pretty cutthroat, and I know my competitors watch my videos. I don't really want them knowing who my customers are either anyways.
Yeah.
They'll go bang on. I'm telling you, dude. You know, some of the dudes would go send them emails or bang on the
something like
door. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And try to
Yeah.
steal them away. So we're in a very highly saturated area as far as excavation guys, and it's pretty cutthroat this last year.
Yeah.
It never used to be like that, but when when the interest rates went up and the building slowed down, the building materials and everything, when it finally slowed down a little bit, all these guys are cutting each other's throats. But doesn't really matter to us.
Yeah. Well, we're coming up on time here, so anything else you want to say?
Yeah, the other thing too is I had somebody giving me a hard time about schedule of content. So just a quick little thing, there is no schedule of content. This is not my YouTube channel is not going to be run like a regular TV show or anything like that. This is just a guy and his kid just have making videos in their free time as a hobby.
Yeah, it's not our, full disclosure, guys. We make, depending on the views for the month, off of YouTube, between 90 and at best $150 a month just from views, and that's with 200 something videos on the channel. But most of the time it hovers between 90 and $102 per month.
Yeah.
So that's our coffee money.
So despite what everyone thinks, not everybody on YouTube, there's some seriously rich YouTubers.
Yeah, you can make a lot of money.
You can
on
make
YouTube.
a lot of YouTube.
But as of right now, this is our hobby.
But
we pretty focused on the business.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, I'll put it to you just plain and simple. When I was younger, it was always my dream when I was a kid, when I got older, to have a successful excavation business that I could make a living off of excavation. And I'm living my dream. And, once I had my two sons, it was my dream to have an excavation business with them. However, my youngest one is, he's going to do paving.
Yeah.
He's going to work for a friend of mine doing paving. He wants to do road work. He wants to do
he likes to do his own thing too.
He likes to do his own thing. He never really worked with us full time anyways. He had his own job. He told me he doesn't like the fact that that the three of us have to live off of this one business.
Something like that.
He said something weird like that, but you want to know what it is? Honestly, I think he wants to chase prevailing wage.
The rate work, yeah.
Rate work.
Yeah, because he's got two buddies that get rate work, and he wants the rate work pay.
Yeah, his friends work at places where they make prevailing wage, and for a young man, the paychecks are massive. Yeah. So once he got a little taste of he was working at the solar field.
Something like that.
Yeah, he was working at a solar company, and then once he got a taste of that, and then that solar field was done, and then he kind of just showed up to work with us one day, and just was like, I work with you guys now.
Yeah.
And he's
for the first several years of doing our business years ago, he never really wanted to work with us anyway.
No,
when he was younger, because he was
restaurant.
still younger though. He's still in early stages of high school, hanging out with his friends. He was young. He couldn't come with us anyways, even if he wanted to.
No, and then he worked at the restaurant, and then he used to make us lunch. Remember when you and I would go do work, and then we would swing by his work, and he would make us lunch.
Yeah, he worked at a burrito and taco place. He's an unbelievable cook. He makes amazing burrito. He's a great cook.
But he likes to do his own thing. He doesn't,
Yeah, but.
But he's going to go. He's actually working for a friend of mine's large company, road paving.
Yeah.
Which is good, too, because he's going to get a lot of experience. He's working with all my old buddies because I used to work there. So he's working with all my buddies and everything, and so far he loves it. So that's what he wants to do. I can't hold him back from it and say, hey, no, you have to work for me. I mean, when he does work for us.
It's fun.
It's fun. There's sometimes, let's face it, there's arguments because we're family.
Yeah. Him and I argue a ton.
Oh, yeah, a lot.
Yeah, we argue about how to do stuff. It should be done this way. No, it should be done this way. No, you're wrong. No, I'm right.
I to be honest with you, between me and you,
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
What?
I don't think he likes coming to work because he like brothers always argue. Trust
Yeah,
me.
no,
I
no.
have a brother. We
I
are
know.
my brother will argue with me about everything, and then someone else will literally walk up and say the same thing, and he'd be like, "Oh, all right, yeah."
Yeah.
I'm like-
that's what it is. Yeah.
It's just a brotherly thing. So
Yeah, it happens.
But anyways, that's
That's about it for this time.
That's-
We're gonna be coming out with videos on the garage setup, and we got more jobs coming up where they shouldn't mind us filming. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think they'll mind. They don't really care.
I-
Or they don't seem to care. I don't think.
I have a lot of I had a lot of stuff I filmed about working on the triaxle. I'm hoping once we get the shop built, I can do some shop videos. But I know a lot of people are here for the dirt work videos.
Yeah,
a lot of
that's
people tell me all the time, "When's the next dirt video? When's the next dirt video?" And it's like I'm trying to get them out, but it's kind of tough with people not wanting us to film,
Yeah.
And I got to respect their wishes, and that's where I make my money.
Yeah.
So as far as like videos and everything, I just want to touch base on the whole scheduling. There is no scheduling here. This is a hobby.
Yeah. It's just for fun.
This is just for fun for us.
We hope you enjoy the videos.
Yes, we
and
hope-
if you're new here, go check out some of the older videos. We got tons of older.
There's
dirt
200
videos.
and how many?
206, 207.
206 or 7 videos
As
that
of right now.
you can binge watch. And
Some of the older videos are like really poorly done too, so it's kind of entertaining to see the progression on the channel.
yeah, it's
Some of the older videos are bad, but
the
they're
music. The
entertaining.
music is cheesy.
A lot of the music's cheesy.
There's
on the old
there's
ones.
a couple videos where people had pressured me and was like, "You need to get another video." Like other YouTubers that I'm friends with. You need to pump out another video, man. You got to pump out
Yeah.
more content. And then I'm like, the video wasn't good, so I don't want to do that anymore. If I don't have anything to film, I'm not gonna just film a nothing burger.
Yeah, we like the support from our YouTube buddies, but trying to force a video just doesn't work for us, at least.
No, I mean,
Yeah. And then it's hard with
I actually haven't talked to that dude in a long time. Anyways, I don't even know if he's still making videos.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, forced videos, they just don't. I just feel stupid making a forced video.
About whatever.
Like the snowblower dirt thrower one, I feel like
I thought that was kind of funny though.
yeah.
That was kind of my idea for you to film it and make a video because you were gonna do it anyways.
Yeah. So I mean, it wasn't a forced video, I guess, but I kind of feel like
I kind of pressured you into making that into a video. I just thought it was funny.
it worked.
It worked really well. Yeah. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, we used a snowblower to spread some loam.
Loam,
Topsoil, loam, black dirt, whatever you
It's
want
actually
to call
loam, LOAM, loam.
it. Loam.
Unless you're from Boston, then we call it loom.
No, loam.
Loom.
It's loam.
Loom, I always think of that thing that makes
It's like a loom.
and then I think of Sheldon.
What?
Well, I was working with luminous fish, and then
Oh,
I
dude.
thought
Oh,
loom. Big
Jeez.
Bang Theory?
Yeah, I know. I can't believe you're quoting Big Bang Theory on here. All right, that's enough. We're going to bed. It's like 11 o'clock. So, time to go to sleep. It's Saturday.
Yeah, I'm
and
exhausted.
Tomorrow's Easter.
I
so-
moved 4 giant trees today and dug holes, and
Yeah, the Lelands that we were talking
we
about.
still have to
earlier.
chip the brush from that oak tree.
Yeah.
I can't do it tomorrow because tomorrow's Easter Sunday. I'm not doing anything because I need to respect my neighbors.
Yeah. But we'll deal
So,
with it.
all right, well, we'll see you on the next one. What it'll be, I have no idea. When it will be, I have no idea.
Soon, though. Don't worry.
He says soon. I say I don't know.
I say soon.
Soon he won't know.
Fair enough.
All right, bye.
Later.